Now, very, very important. How do marine spirits gain entrance into a person's life? First of all, before I go there, let me have your attention. You know, I had a question for many, many years that now I understand, but didn't understand back then. My wife and I have been on this island for 33 years. And one thing was very, very clear from the moment we got to this island, even now. As a matter of fact, it's worse now. We have seen good, moral people come from around the country of Belize, running a wonderful family, having an okay marriage, and then they come to the island that is surrounded by the marine kingdom, and all of a sudden, after a few months, their marriage is problematic. Long story short, after 33 years of living for this island, my wife and I have observed that thousands of innocent people that moved to this island have divorced, separated, and living in different relationships, one after the other, and they do not even know why. If they were back home inland, it would never have happened. But because they came where the marine kingdom is in full operation, this happens. Now, how do marine spirits gain entrance to a person's life? Number one, any breach of purpose for your God-given sensuality or sexuality is the primary altar of initiation. What does that mean? Anything you do with your body that involves your sensuality and sex that God did not ordain is an open door, whether you knew it or not, for marine spirits to enter your life. Example, any kind of sex outside of marriage. You opened the door to marine spirits. Sex in dreams with spiritual spouse. Any person ever having dreams and having sex in their dreams with people you don't know, and you can't remember your dream, or it can even be with your husband or your wife in your dream. These are all spiritual spouses. Why do I say that? Think about this. Why would God give you a dream with your husband or your wife having sex with you in the dream when you have them real time? Are you with me? Wouldn't it be foolish for God to give you a dream of your spouse having sex with you in your dream when you have your husband that can have sex with you real time? These are all marine spirits. And if anyone has ever troubled with spiritual spouse, the door has been opened to marine spirits in your soul, in your body. Molestation. If you've been molested as a child growing up, in any way, the door was open to marine spirits. Then you have pornography. The moment you get involved with pornography, the door for the marine spirits is opened and they come in. Then you have lust. Who on this earth has not lusted? I wonder. Lust. Whenever a person lusts, the door is open for the spirits from the marine kingdom to come in. And then you have masturbation. I wonder who has never done that. Is there a halo spinning around people's heads? Who has never masturbated. Hey, the rubber is touching the road. I'm not insulting anyone, but I'm just telling you reality. I want to let you into a secret that maybe nobody has ever taught you before. In Genesis chapter 38 and verse 9, listen to an account. But Onan was not willing to have a child who would not be his heir. In Bible times, when the brother of an Israelite died, the brother was supposed to take the wife as his own in order for the wife to have a child to bear the name of his brother who died. That was the culture back then. Onan, the living brother of the brother who died, was given the wife of his brother who died. And Onan despised the fact of having sexual intercourse with his brother's wife to have a child, and it would not be his own heir. It would be called after his brother. So here's what Onan did. Listen. Onan was not willing to have a child who would not be his own heir. So whenever he had intercourse with his brother's wife, he spilled the semen on the ground. This prevented her from having a child. Ooh, there are key things in here you must understand. It says, and the thing which he did displeased the Lord, and the Lord killed him. Why did God kill him? Is God an unjust God, an unfair God? Well, you know, scholars can have debate, pastors can have debate, but I want to tell you why spilling the semen outside.
Cole, he's my miracle child. So how does your miracle
of a woman's womb is wrong? It's not the sin that takes you to hell, but it's the sin that opens the door to the marine kingdom. Here is why it's wrong. Because every time the secretion from a woman's vagina is excreted without a husband, and every time a husband's semen is spilled outside of a woman, that semen is seed. It's what carries life. The woman carries egg. And when that seed falls to the ground, when that secretion falls out, and please be quiet. When that happens, life is spilled out without purpose. Now here is why the devil enjoys this. Because every time people masturbate and semen is spilled outside and the secretion of woman is spilled outside, the devil, demons take these in the spiritual and they create new demonic life. Therefore, because of the sexual perversion, new demon life is given in the spirit world. Onan did this, and God was mad with him. People do not know these things, and we just think it's a natural part of life. But what we do not know is that we're building the kingdom of darkness. We're building the marine kingdom. How else does marine spirits enter people? Through the spittle from kissing outside of marriage. Let me ask you this question. Don't blush and don't rush to get out. Did you know the person you kissed years ago? You might say, yeah, I did. He or she went to school with me. Fine and dandy. You did not know the devils they were carrying. You did not know the demons that were inside of them. And every time you kissed and you received from that spittle, the marine kingdom was back and forth. Then we talk about another way that the marine spirit